How you doing? Welcome to the channel. I have to show you my shirt. Hug your health. Because basically, that is what this talk today is about. It's about you taking care of you, right? So welcome, welcome, welcome. Come right on in. Rest up a spell. We want to make sure that you're comfortable for our few minutes together. We're going to talk about how you don't have to crash out or wild out. That you can have healthy holiday gatherings and it can be meaningful, joyful, and delicious, right? So, yeah, I'm Abena. I am a health and wellness lifestyle coach, and I am here to make sure that you can do your absolute best in terms of avoiding certain, shall we say, downfalls that keep you from eating healthfully during the holidays. So let's get into it, right? You know that this channel is for those of you Black women ages 30 and above that really want to transform your health. So I'm here for it. Let's go. So the first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the thing that you want to avoid is emotional eating, right? There's certain triggers, especially around the holidays. We got Thanksgiving, we got Kwanzaa, Christmas coming up. We want to be mindful of not eating because somebody brought in grandma's pie and you remember, some family situations that was going on around that holiday time and you leaned into that pie. Before you know it, you ate 3, 4 slices, right? And you recognize that that pie was comfort for you. And so when you see that pie walking in the door this year, you want to think about it a little differently, right? That's just an example, but it could be anything, right? You want to think about, the social pressures when you're in a group setting. People, go ahead and eat that pork chop. Just one won't hurt. This is the holidays. But if you got high blood pressure or any other chronic health challenges, that might not be the move, right? So you might want to do something different, like you might want to make sure you've eaten something before you've gotten there, that you have some water in your hands, that you eat something fresh that's green, some vegetables that's a fruit salad or something like that, right? So that you kind of have something in your stomach, right? Because the temptations are there, right? Temptations abound, right? Because there's going to be so much food. Either you got to cook it, bring it. There's going to be some reason um, to keep you in the festive holiday mood, but you don't have to get into that, right? Because I want you to plan. I want you to plan for eating healthy, even during the holidays. Make a plan. Like generally, when you go to these places, it's going to be full of food that you love, but you kind of need to cut back on, right? Or delete altogether for, could be health reasons, could be weight reasons, could be you're just trying to make some changes in your life, right? So have a plan. Have a plan. One thing that I want to offer you is what I did with all of my family at the one of our family gatherings. We every when it was after we said the prayer, people wanted to go to line up and get the food, right? I lined up near the salads and the vegetables. And so while everybody was lined up to get in line to get the meat, I was lined up for the vegetables. So that worked out for me because my plan was to fill up on fibrous foods. Fibrous foods fill you up fast and they help uh, you to eliminate the waste, right? There's no fiber in meat. There's no fiber in, and there's less fiber. The more you cook the food, the less of the fiber content there is. So, just consider that, right? Now, what you can do to avoid some of those things, let's talk about some strategies to help you um, avoid crashing out and wilding out during your holiday gatherings, right? Excuse me. Um, First of all, as I've mentioned, stay hydrated, drink water. That's important, right? Because if you fill up and have that full filling and you know you need to stay hydrated anyway, that's a good thing. So rather than reach for that third can of, cranberry juice that's loaded with sugar, after you have one or two, just drink some water, right? Bring a healthy dish, cook a healthy dish, cook healthy dishes, right? Make sure that you have something there that's healthy that you can eat. If it's a salad, if it's um, meatless lasagna, if it's gluten-free mac and cheese, you bring it. It's healthy. As a matter of fact, you can even bring a whole spread. You can make a whole spread of healthy things. Lots of time, people might not eat. They might be pleasantly surprised that you offered up something to share that actually tasted very good, very healthy, and delicious. So that's a win-win-win, right? And so the other thing you want to do as you're eating, you want to make sure that you're just savoring every bite. You're not just chomp, chomp, chomp and then swallowing, right? There are proteins in your mouth, in your saliva that help to break down the food, right? So if you just chewing a couple of times and then swallowing, you're not giving your saliva in your mouth a chance to get your digestive enzymes going. So we suffer from lots of stomach and indigestion issues. So keep that in mind, right? Take breaks. Play games with the family. Sit down and watch TV and some movies. Um, just rest. Take a walk. Play with the dog. You know, um, just get your mind off the food. Socialize. Learn something new about a family member. Find out what they've been up to. Right? Get your mind off the food so that you won't be inclined to just sit around the food and eat as much. Move yourself to a different room than the food, right? There's so many ways that you can engage other than the food, So think about that. Think about that. A nice brisk walk is very, very encouraging to the mind, to the body, to the spirit. And it helps you burn calories too, right? And I guess the last thing, no, two more things. Make sure that you engage a family member. Let them know that, honey, I don't need to eat all this food. If you see me going back, too many times, just stop me. Just stop me. Get some help. Let them know what you're going through, that you need a little support. Talk to somebody in your family, somebody that you know is going to be there, somebody that's coming over to your house, whatever the case may be. And share with them if it's your family, it's your husband, it's friends that are coming over, and you're trying to stay away from certain foods, so much sugar, so much oil, so much salt. You're just trying to do better. You just want to eat better. Then let them know that, hey, don't bring stuff that, this loaded with these things because, you know, I'm trying to get better. And they'll accommodate you because they love you, right? They really care about you and they want you to be happy and healthy as well. And the last thing I'm going to share with you is make sure that you focus more on the fun part of the holidays, being with family. Find out what you really like and focus on adding to the buffet, the fanfare, the spread, the big meals. You know, figure out the healthy things that you can bring and get have fun with that, you know? Just say, okay, I'm gonna bring a gluten-free, dairy-free pound cake, right? You know, and you figure out how to make that. And you offer that as a dessert item, right? My. So you've gotten away from the processed sugar, you've gotten away from the gluten, and you know, your family members and you are going to have better health because of it. That's just an example. You take it and make it what you want. You know what your favorite dish is, but I want your mindset to be about the adding to the fanfare, the celebration, the deliciousness of it with healthy foods. So I hope you've gotten something from this video. I have. It's been a joy to share it with you. Focus on what you can bring to the festiveness of the holiday season. I much prefer to call it the holy day season because it's really sacred time that we can spend with one another. The being in touch with your friends, your family, um, focusing on foods that you love that are healthy, it's well worth it. So no wilding out, no crashing out. We're just going to have healthy holidays and holy days. So I wish you much success as you go through this holy day, holiday season. Love and light to you.